for my old Kentucky home, for my old Kentucky home far away.
Okay, so I don't think you've actually made YouTube until you officially had your mic unplug on you and had an entire clip that there's no voiceover for. So, what I am telling you all in this clip is that what we're going to do today. So that little A-frame house right there, we're building a roost for the chickens because we decided to keep that nice little thing right in there for the chickens to have and spread them out and give them more room to roost because that first one's getting a little bit tight. I'm then going to tell you that we are also going to be adding some fencing to the goats because we got another fencing for that to extend their 100-foot to over 200 feet of fencing area for the male goats since we added 2 in there. Those are the things that we're going to do in this video, and I very much apologize, but the rest of the video has all kinds of audio. See you then. You're probably thinking to yourself, you're doing it for goats. Why is goat fencing a mistake? It's not technically a mistake. We normally get strictly the poultry fencing from Premier One, and it's just because the squares are tied together and not so wide open. And the reason we get the poultry is that way we're not limited on what we use the fence for. So say I wanted to move it and put it for the chickens, it would be fine, the goats. So that's why I like to get the poultry fencing. However, we got the goats, so we'll see how it works and we'll see how it does. But it's another 100-foot, and we're gonna put it with the boys to give them a little bit more room to spread out and get away from each other, because 2 bucks, 2 weathers gets a little tight in there. All right, tried to do it over the guineas, but there it is, a nice, quick, easy little project that gave them something to roost on. And you might be thinking, the 2x4s on the top, though, that is perfect, actually for the feet. They prefer to grip onto something that's a little bit thicker rather than something that's too small. So that gave them 4 there. It is 5 foot tall, obviously on a lean, but the boards are 5 foot tall, and it's 4 foot across on the 2x4s, and they got 4 little roosts right there to hang on to. Real quick, if you do decide to do something like this, make sure you give yourself plenty of headroom to get in here and get all that bedding out, because that's going to be your heavy chicken poop area. They like to really poop when they sleep. So just watch that. Make sure you give yourself enough headroom to be able to get underneath of it. And just measure your shelter that you're in, really, to get the measurements. So this is right at, I think, 7 foot tall. So I went 5 foot just so I could get in here and lean. You had to do a little finagling to get it in there, but she fit. Right on time, the fence is here. Let's give these boys some more room. Okay, here's their current setup. What I'm doing is I'm attaching this fence to the new fence. So the fence starts and ends right here at the gate. So what my plan is, and hopefully it all works well, is I am going to line it up on the outside. So I'm gonna put the few here, right where these posts are, right on the outside. And then I'm gonna come around and we're gonna go on to this part, and I'm gonna guess about 100 foot. So then those posts that I went on the inside right there, I'm gonna sweep out, and if I'm any good, they'll be close to matching. And doing it that way, the boys can still be in their pen. I don't have to move them, and all will be fine. There's 4 of them in there. I don't really want to get them all out, tie them up, and do all that stuff. So I think we can do this without having to worry about that. So let's try. Took my guesses, and we'll see. So I got goat fencing this time. Like I said, that was a mistake. It was an accident. However, I'm excited to try it. One thing that's immediately different is in between posts is way farther. That is a plus and a negative. So the plus side of it, it's a lot lighter. It's a lot less posts to have to worry about getting tangled. But I fear slacking. So we'll see if there's a lot of slack in here once I get it tight. Because the chicken ones that I have are very close together and I can keep them real tight. So we'll see. So I've got a guess up. I know I've done too little. I know that it's gonna be able to do more space, but this is gonna help keep them in. They all respect the fence. So just being around the fence, they're gonna stay back from it. So now I can take the one they're currently in, start working it back, and I'll get as far as I can. And then I can keep doing the fence without it ever really dropping. So they all stay in there. So here goes nothing. Here you go. Yeah. I sure do hope I caught that on camera, the little do-si-do I did with the goats. They are obviously very interested. You can see another big cedar tree that they want to just completely eat on. So Charlie, he was like, let's do this, let's go. So I had already had that one set up in the back. So basically everybody was getting interested and I knew I had this whole side fenced off. So I just took a run for it to the other side. Now there's still a lot more I need to do. So I need to move it on out because like I said, I underestimated, which I'm happy I did because of them running. So yeah, all 4 are in there. So let's finish this up.
What is your deal?
The boys are having a blast. Watch. They like all their extra room. All right.
Crazy.
The weather. Oh, y'all didn't see that. You're lucky.
Yeah.
Buster was trying to tap the buck.
Yeah.
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 So there's that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where their fence basically ended, right there. And you can see the mud lines. And so now they got all of this. Keep going with me. They got a lot of room. You know they will. There they are. Nosy. Man, goats are nosy. So you see how far we're going. And then once we get all the way here to the end, you can't even see their house. It's way that way. So it's not as wide. I mean, it's fairly wide. But it's not as wide, so we gave them more length to run.
Shark.
Charlie's being a weird.
Calm down.
Oh, goodness, yeah.
Quit saying it. Nobody likes it.
What do you think, babe?
So weird. They love it. I love it. They have more room.
Yep. So one thing about this fence that I noticed, it's a lot stronger. So these white pieces, I don't want to touch it because it's hot, are not just the intertwined rope. It's more like a plastic piece, to be honest with you, that it's energized. So it's made out of whatever material that allows that. But it was a lot easier to move for sure, rather than the chicken wire. However, now we're limited. I mean, only big things can be in this fence. So that's just something to think about, but it is really nice. I like it. The goats obviously like it, and they got all kinds of room. And they're still doing our job that we want them to do by clearing the pond for the pigs.
Nice.
And if you missed our live, we have decided that we want, and there's two different ways to say this, but I'm telling y'all the pronunciation that I saw online was cooney. But it's spelled coon with a K.
Yeah.
So that's the pigs that we're gonna get. So they're doing a good job, and I can tell you that they need to continue to do it because it's a nightmare to try to get in there and put this fence up with all these cedars and locust trees.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, Charlie, that's not a good idea. All right.
He's headbutting the locust tree. He heard how much Daddy did not like locust trees, so he's gonna take it down for me.
Yeah. He's wild. West Virginia boy.
West Virginia. Wild and wonderful. Like Arkansas boys looking at him like, you're kind of silly. And we don't do that in Arkansas.
Now we have to build a nesting box for the rabbits.
So I told you I had two things to do today. I'm about done with this. I'm like, all right, I can hang out and chill. I don't even know what time it is. I just know it's getting dark. A lot of people are calling me that usually are at work, so work's over.
Yeah.
And so it looks like we got one more project to do.
We gotta build a little nesting box for the rabbits. It's almost time, I think.
Almost time.
I think it's close to baby time. What do they call them? Kits? We should know this. We've had baby rabbits before. There's too many names to keep up with.
There is.
Why can't we just call them buddies?
Why can't we just call them girls and boys and
right?
female and male and
Yeah.
kids and babies?
So this will be her second litter. I'm excited to see how many she has.
Yep. So here we go.
Here we go.
Okay, I've had dinner. Now it's time to make a nesting box for this rabbit. This is part of the journey though. When you homestead and you work full time, you've got to learn to work when it gets dark out. Thankfully, we have these very pretty lights that we use for our garden. That gives me plenty of light to do this. It should go pretty fast. I got some materials laying around that we should just be able to whip something up together. Give these rabbits a home. Oh, it's snowing. Very little.
Some things come easy, some things slip out of your hand when you're down at the bottom. You need help to stand, no matter what reason. I'm searching to find when I'm lost among strangers. I got only you on my mind, on my mind, on my mind.
Yes, it was thrown together in pitch black. Yes, it doesn't look the best, but does it work for a rabbit? You better believe it. So Jen came out and she was like, that's a lot bigger than I meant for it to be. She said it should just be like this to this and very small for rabbits. I was like, well, I didn't want to say anything, but you sent me measurements for the one you wanted, and it was 18 or 30 inches long on the bottom, 18 inches high, and 18 inches wide. She said maybe it was centimeters. I said I couldn't tell you a single carpenter. Now I'm no carpenter, but I don't know any carpenter that measures in centimeters. I said it's either inches or feet. So you got a 30-inch long, 18-inch high, 18-inch wide box for a bunch of baby rabbits. It'll work, right? It's cool though. I mean, it's fine. It's enough for to keep the babies in there to where they can't get out. That's what we had a problem with when we unexpectedly got the babies we do have. We didn't have anything to keep them in a nest. So this will. They won't be able to get out. And that's the main purpose here, folks. It doesn't matter how pretty it looks. We just want the babies to be safe. We want them to be warm. It's winter, so we want them to stay out of the wind. So we'll put this in the pen, double protection. Mama can make her nest and all will be happy. Doesn't matter what it looks like. However, I think I've used all my scraps. I think it's time to hit up the Amazon or the Lowe's. My screws I started picking through. I'm using a bunch of leftover stuff. So I think it's time to stock back up on things. I'm pooped.
I'm just casually searching for pigs on Craigslist.
Yeah. I'm out there.
Somebody stop me.
I'm out there building this box for the rabbits. Snowing, freezing. Got new boots for Christmas. Already got a crack in them. My foot was soaking wet and freezing, probably frostbite. And she comes out, she goes, "Guy has 2 coon-coons we can come pick up." He said tonight. I said, "Not tonight." I said, "And we don't have the fence ready. Calm down."
Layla's asleep right there.
Yes, she
Yeah,
is.
she is asleep.
She's passed out.
So
She passed out.
apparently coon-coons are around here, so looks like we might get pigs before we know it. But we're gonna be ready. We're gonna be ready. We're gonna have the fence and everything up.
Fence and shelter first.
Yeah, which we got some things in the works, so maybe it'll come a little easier than expected, but we'll
Nice.
see.
And guys, if you're new, subscribe.
That's all right. Tell them, buddy. So we got the chicken roost up. I just checked out on them. They're using it. They love it.
That's awesome.
We extended the goat fencing for the boys to give them more room. They love it.
They love it.
They still haven't calmed down. They were running around everywhere, just enjoying their lives. Mama Bunny is definitely
She's
pregos.
definitely pregnant. She's pulling out her hair.
Yep.
She's making nests. I'm trying to think when she did this the last time, but she did it. She pulled out her hair for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
just preparing
starting to think
herself.
the cat is pregnant.
she's not.
I
Let's
don't
not
think-
start that again.
Let's not start the
We're
cat.
not doing the cat again. Cat's not
Maybe she
pregnant.
is.
She's just chunky. I've actually moved her down to the smaller wet food.
Or portion control for the cat.
Yeah, so she maybe will lose a little weight.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got that ready for her whenever she's ready to have babies. These we are definitely selling.
Oh,
Did you
there's
show
the
them the
cat.
nesting box?
There's a cat right there.
Yeah, well they saw. Yeah,
Yeah.
There's a
I
cat right
just
there
wanted, like,
listening
a-
to us.
You know what nesting, we all know what nesting boxes are. They're just little
The cat's right there.
boxes they can jump in and out of. And I came outside and saw that thing and I was like, oh, wow, that's big.
let me see this. She sent me the measurements for 18
I
inches.
think it was centimeters, not inches.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Every
Nope.
day
Nope.
I
Nope.
check
Nope.
out
Nope.
you
Nope. Nope.
guys' text.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yep. 18 inches.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can see it. Focus
So-
in, camera. Don't let her be right.
Okay.
Anyways, it's 18 inches and 30 inches. So
18
she got a big one.
inches and
That's fine
30
though. They love
inches.
it.
Yeah, it'll be. They're
They
enjoying
jump
it.
in and out. And so we
And
know
like
get
this
in and out.
video.
And they did good.
Yep. And like this video. All right, y'all. I'm tired. It's late. I'm not getting pigs tonight.
Not tonight. Maybe tomorrow. No, just kidding.
Mama.
Tomorrow, do you want pigs?
Oh,
You
yeah,
want some
he's been
bacon
telling
and
me for
sausage, don't
days.
you?
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
You like bacon and sausage. How you gonna butcher and harvest a chicken and eat the chicken?
How about this? I'll eat it. I'll eat a sausage and what is it?
Bacon?
Bacon if you leave some pigs.
Yeah, we will.
Well, we're not gonna cut it in half.
No, he means like
I
you
know.
have to have pigs
I'm
all
just
the
kidding.
time,
We're
and
gonna,
then
and it sounds like we might be getting
Yeah.
some breeders,
Yeah.
and then
some feeders.
we'll harvest the mama and daddy, and then we'll keep the babies.
Yay!
All right. Well, there's that.
There's that.
All
And
right,
then
yeah.
they will grow up.
That's
And
right.
And then they will have babies and you'll have
Bacon
and
and
the
sausage.
There you
That's
go.
right.
nuh-uh. Mom.
All right, yeah. I bet he can talk to y'all all night. He's just like me and her. So we're gonna leave it at this. We hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you thought of some neat ideas. Like I said, all that stuff was just things we had laying around. I did not even once go to Lowe's today, and we built all kinds of little stuff.
That's right.
All right, yeah.
We love you.
Until the next one.
Bye.
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 See you in the next one.
That's right.